Hey guys, it's Sana here. Thank you so much for tuning in for the new video. Was not looking to doing a video on a Monday evening, but then realized, hey, we're looking at a bill sitting in Senate that could be up for a vote sooner than later. And I wanted you guys to be fully aware of what we may be looking at, considering a lot of us have the PPP loan and the forgiveness applications are already out, and something that concerns a lot of us. So let's get on with it. So the PPP Loan Forgiveness Flexibility Act, as it is called right now, passed the Senate later last week, has a lot of momentum for both the Republicans and the Democrats. And it seems like this one could be that winner, because the HEROES Act definitely is not cutting the deal right now. Mitch McConnell is not interested in any negotiation or even talking about it right now. Looks like he's wanting to wait for 3 to 4 weeks, so that is not happening. So let's focus on what we have right now, and seems this one could be the winner in terms of something actually getting done. So this act was basically coming on the heels of the fact that a lot of businesses are complaining that the PPP loan forgiveness has a lot of restrictions, or it's quite harsh to fulfill, considering 75% of that has to be payroll expense. And the businesses don't have enough business for them so that they can hire the employees and pay them. That being said, if they don't do it, the loan is not forgivable. So it kind of like defeats the purpose. So this Flexibility Act is coming as a Band-Aid on the heels of that issue to try to fix, what was initially taken out, and it's much more flexible for the business in general. It has few key takeaways, and I'll spend some time kind of just going in a little, not too much of a detail, but just a quick idea of what we're looking at. On the first one, it's the payroll percentage. They are expecting to bring this down from the current 75% to 60%. And of course, take the other expenses from the 25 to 40%, which is more doable considering it will take time for the businesses to bring all the employees back and not have that 75% to worry about. Also, they are looking to extend the time frame for these funds to be utilized. In the current form, we are looking at about 8 weeks. Considering what's happening right now, especially with the protests, a lot of businesses have delayed opening. So the 8-week period seems kind of extremely unreasonable or way too quick for them to just disperse the money out. This one is proposing to extend it as far out as 24 weeks, takes us to the end of the year. I'm not sure the Senate is going to buy that, maybe a little less, but at the end of the day, anything that compared to 8 weeks will do. I'm thinking like 12 to 16 weeks seems like a very reasonable expectation, and I'm sure we'll all love to have that flexibility compared to the shorter time frame of 8 weeks. Also, another key takeaway from this is the deadline to rehire workers. They want to change it from what is set right now of June 30th to December 31. Again, seems more reasonable, more doable, assuming the economy will be much more back to normal end of the year than anytime soon. The interesting one is they also want to extend the time to repay whatever would not be forgivable. As of right now, we're looking at 2 years for that, which may be too soon for some businesses, assuming they have a larger portion that doesn't get qualified for forgiveness, to be able to give a large chunk back from their earnings. This Flexibility Act is proposing up to 5 years. I'm sure that sounds quite reasonable for them to bring the business back, get the money in, settle in, and start paying them, the loan back to the governments. So definitely a much more reasonable time frame. One of the most interesting things I read is the fact that they are also letting the companies who got the PPP loan defer payroll taxes. It was not part of the original plan, and if you did take the PPP loan, the businesses could not defer taxes. But in this one, they are letting businesses do that. Again, just giving them a breather so that, there's not so much of a stress. There's enough to bring back business, let alone have all these other things kind of partake in the confusion. So that's definitely a welcome move. There does, like I said, seem to be a lot of momentum behind this from both the sides. So the likelihood of this passing is quite high. I will be looking out for this one. We will update as I hear anything. Meanwhile, do subscribe. Feel free to leave a message or a question, a comment, anything you have regarding your tax or finance situation, and I will make sure to reply to it in my next video. And thank you once again. Oh, going back to the quote for the video, I did not get as to who wrote it, but I thought it was a nice quote to end this video with. On the positive note, you don't need a new sunshine to start over. You only need a new mindset. And with that, thank you very much. You guys have a good evening, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.